Hi, this is David from Fumastra Management Consulting, and in today's video we are going to continue reviewing Office script for Excel for the web. And quick reminder that this is a feature in preview, and if you haven't watched the first video, well, I invite you to have a look at it to get introduced to Office script. So in this video part 2, we are going to customize a little bit our text, our script, and make it a bit more dynamic. Previously, we had created or recorded macro and formatting our table with transforming a range of data into an Excel table and formatting the first column in date and then the last two columns with currency format without the decimal. So that's what the code implies here. We applied it after to another table and it worked perfectly. But now we are wondering, of course, what about if we had a table that's longer and with more data, right? So the current script takes into consideration the range A3 through E8. So it would be A3 through E8. It would be that range of data. It wouldn't take the entire range of current available data. And the formatting would be applied to E4 through E8. So it would mean E4, E8, yeah. From here to here, so it would stop here, so the rest wouldn't be formatted. So we need to change that such that the function or the script works for whatever the length of the table, at least vertical length and not horizontal length, in that case in particular. So let's remove, we need to remove that and find something else that could work instead of get range. We need more dynamic range. We need to remove that as well, and we need to modify that as well. Okay, let's see what we have. So first we can get rid of that. Then let's remove the dot and let's see what we have in the selected sheet object. We have a whole range of properties and method. Those in purple are method, and those in rectangle would be like properties. So what we can activate is the information property, read more, and we can have access to some description of what each property and method does. So something which I've realized reading the code, the previous code, when we want to get a certain object, we use get active worksheet, and in the get section, I would say we get cells and different get option. And one that's particularly interesting is the get used range. Get used range. So this we need to open the parenthesis and close it, and we don't have anymore this error message. So with that, now instead of using the selected sheet and getting a specific range, we could reuse that new table, and well, we want to format the columns, so we can use the columns, the columns collection, and from that we could get item. So we have get item and get item at. The difference is that the get item is by name or ID, if you have the name of the ID. Otherwise, we could also get the item at a certain index. The index is base 0, so it starts at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be 3 and 4. That could be good if we want to make it even more dynamic and we know that the last column we want to update or format is, well, the last column of the table. So we could count how many columns do we have. We must have a count, so we could count how many columns do we have in the table and make it dynamic such that whatever the length of our table, horizontal length, we would always format the last table, or the previous one we would count how many plus 1 because it's base 0, or minus 1 to get the previous column. Okay. Okay, so let's get our item. Which item do we want? By name. Okay, so we need to give it the name. It's gonna be, well, actually we need to change the date here. That's the date format. So let's change the date. And now what do we have? Oh, we need to change the date of, well, we have the entire item, which is composed of the header in our table and the data range. So we need to get, it's again a get, and we need to get the data body range, right? Otherwise we have access to the header row range and get range also. So here it's going to be the data body range. And with that, get data body range. Let's see if that would work. Let's do number format. All right, so there is an error. It must be probably the open and close parentheses in this. Perfect. Let's reuse that. Okay. And now instead of select sheet get range, we can use the table and the columns, the column tables. Get item, that's gonna be now the cost unit, and then we have the total, so we can copy paste that until here. That's all right. And now it's gonna be total. Right. So let's review. We create a new table, so with the get used range, so we use the range for which we have a cell inside, and then with that table we get the columns. Well, we use the column collection, get the item date, and get the data body range of that column date, for which we apply the number format local, which is the following. And then we do the same for cost unit. We apply a certain number format for currency without decimals, and we apply the same type of format for total. Okay, let's run that. Well, we can save it first, and then we run it. Perfect, that has worked. Let's see, we can change that. Updated script, and we can maybe improve a little bit our script. So we are going to duplicate that. Let's remove all formatting in this. Okay, clear format up. Let's remove no fill and remove the border as well. No border. Okay. Okay. Let's convert. Okay. Yeah, I have realized, okay, I have a little date problem. It's just that I've changed the regional settings recently from US to UK, so it still tries to convert the date as a month, day, And yeah, but that's not a big issue, right? So okay, now we have it. All right. So let's reuse that. Actually, we can take this in our script. Let's cancel everything here, clear, and keep only the values. All right. Let's try and make it. Let's try and improve our code. What we can do, we can actually, you see, we are repeating that columns, new table, columns, new table, columns. So we can also create a variable object. So let columns, okay, columns be equal to new table. Okay, dot columns. All right. And actually, I like differentiating my variable with a v before. So like this, I am sure that we are referring to a variable. And instead of this, we can use v columns. All right. And here as well, v columns. Okay, and here as well. All right. So now we have slightly modified and improved our script such that, okay, we have referenced the variable object columns or v columns as being new table columns, and as such, okay, we are writing a little bit less because we are writing one word instead of two. Let's apply it, run it, and here we go. Our table has been updated, getting the format as we would have expected as before. Very good. We have improved our script. It's a bit more dynamic. It can take into consideration longer ranges, and now we will see next, okay, what we can do to improve a bit further our script. All right. Thanks for watching.